to start off the open mic tonight, we're actually going to go to the Sidewalk Cafe and just show you what's been going on. I'm going to say like a little bit before we go out there because sometimes the traffic is noisy. But this summer, in the course of a few weeks in June, local artists, the art teachers at Central San Bonifacio that do the youth programming during the school year and during the summer came together and got youth and their families together to paint this beautiful mural outside. It's still in the works because there's like little panels on the side of the building that are going to be little projects for youth to do going forward into the summer, which is super exciting. So, you know, if you come by in the next few weeks, you're going to see a different scene every time, which is cool to be like seeing that transformation. And they have their summer camp going on this August that's led by Marina and Mauricio and Adriana. So I'm gonna go outside. It's Loteria themed. Let's see how the sound works. Okay. Out we go. Is this fun? Do you love it? Hello.
I'm having a blast.
So, thank you, Kit. I'm so glad to hear it. Let's see. So, you'll see it in parts, and you can just look forward to seeing it in person if you come through. The cafe is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have like this little cafe portion. Check you out. No, you're good. You're good. And I mean, there's a lot to see. All I'm saying is there's a lot to see. You can go and browse the little loteria like icons that are on the fence as well. And what I'm talking about in terms of the murals that are in progress is that we have some of the original murals, and then there's these squares down here. And so in a few weeks, those will be painted as well, which is awesome. So what I'm hoping to do later this evening is to have a conversation with those who are interested about how the open mic can evolve in the future. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. And I welcome you all to just think over the course of this event about some things you've noticed about the feedback, things you've noticed about the open mic, and you know, just like different ideas that you've had for ways that things you would like to see as part of the open mic, and just ideas in general. Also considering if you want to be a more active role in like an open mic team, an organizing team. So we'll return to that at the end of the event, but just like I would love for people to just like simmer on those questions over the course of the next little bit of time. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Hector and Yvette and Claire to come into the main room. And we're gonna perform a song called Chan Chan, which is done by the Buena Vista Social Club. It's actually a cover, I forget the guy's full name, but his name is Compe something. And it's about this legend between Juanica and Chan Chan. And they're two lovers and they're building a house together. And they go to the beach to get some sand, and Juanica is sifting the sand with a sifter. And she has to shimmy to sift the sand, and it makes Chan Chan embarrassed. And so that's the song. Okay. Hector is the one who has done all the accompaniment for the song. So that's maracas and the percussion and guitar, and I don't know what else, Hector. What else is in there? Bass, bongos, and some love. It's all in there. It's all in there. So yeah, everybody come on out. We're gonna perform with our masks on. Okay. So this is Chan Chan by Buena Vista Social Club. Thank you, everyone. Okay, now that we're in an okay distance, I'm going to take off my mask. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to people who arrived in the midst of the performance. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. We are going to welcome up next to the screen Tommy, if you want to turn on your mic and get us rolling, welcome.
Hello, y'all. I am interested in reflecting our period of time, and so I'm going to be doing 2 songs for you, one of which is by a band that I am in called Tim Foil from an unreleased project. The song is called 1/1/2020, and a song that I did at a previous open mic, which is called April 15th, about the quarantine and things of the like. I'm just going to do them at once and run through them. So please save your applause to the end. Thank you very much. I also have to take off my hat because it's very big, though I did find this rose in front of Walgreens today, so that was nice. Okay. 1. Follow me, say we go together in any weather. In 3, 2, 1, you can't help but sing this song. Oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, and stay forever. 1, 2, 3, follow me, say we go together in any weather. In 3, 2, 1, you can't help but sing this song. Oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, and stay forever. Oh, I already told you twice to get your ass back to work. I'll try and roll these dice and I decide what limbs I'm going to hurt. Sick of rocking with the lame shit, tired of banking on the patience. Grab a buddy you can rein in, get a pay grin, never say shit. Hey, never say shit, this is a slave ship and we take shifts. Vacation days are enough when you're clocking, I only want to see you to go. Shit, 1, 2, 3, follow me, say we go together in any weather. In 3, 2, 1, you can't help but sing this song. Oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, and stay forever. 1, 2, 3, follow me, say we're getting better in any weather. Say 3, 2, 1, you can't help but kill my song forever. I'm saying never. On Corona, I'm on track to miss my birthday. The first year that I was ever feeling worthy, so this on my glow up, I'ma sip Coronas. On Corona, I'll swallow drinks for the journey. Looking quite a bit disturbing. Let it not affect my burdens. Looking dead ass for my earnings. Pause, like we watching all my efforts, but you wanna grab a beverage? I don't mind it for a second. I don't mind it. I hit pause for a second till we ready. I hit pause. No regretting that we're messy, but we a little blue here. Cause there ain't nothing to do here. Nothing to prove. I need a second, so hit pause. Give me just a second, yo. I got you a quick pause. Yeah, I got the message. Yeah, we're messy with big flaws. Looking to take charge. Listen to fate. Said you're ready to break. I snap awake and say too many. Hands in a pocket. Look, blind eye faders let you drop that. Ooh, money greatest don't graze the concept. Them zillionaires trying to take out of a pocket. I slap their hand constant. Look, so why I'm still up in here paying the rent? Why I'm paying when they ain't paying respect? And I ain't paying for nothing. Damn, man, times are coming. Mankind is running. You checking if I'm paying a check. Pause for a second till we ready. I hit pause. No regrets and messy, but we a little blue here. Cause there ain't nothing to do here. Nothing to prove. I need a second, like, yeah, give me just a second. Yo, I got you a quick pause. Yeah, I got the message. I will messy with big flaws. Looking to take charge. Listen to fate. Said you ready to break. I snap awake and say, oh, why you got me in my right just smoking all this weed? I need baby in my touch, yeah, I just want to leave. I've been pausing, I've been stopping, I've been popping. Summer came for we, my love, so let's set summer free. Before my final act, first bitch and then a lip smack. I shouldn't have did that, but that's really me though. Well suited, I call that bespoke. Well suited lately, getting hard to breathe though, and I ain't got no health care. Feeling helpless up in my shelter. Final act, burying myself here. Wasn't speaking, thinking the truth was whack, but that's the only way we bringing the love back. But now we can pause for a second till we ready. I hit pause, no regretting and we're messy, but we a little blue here, cause there ain't nothing to do here. No, ay, I need a second, so hit pause. Give me just a second, yo, I got you in quick pause. Yeah, I got the message, yo, we're messy with big flaws, looking to take charge. Listen to fate, set you ready to break. I snap awake and say, oh, why you got me in my right, just smoking out this weed. I need baby in my touch, yeah, I just want to leave. I've been busting, ay, ay, ay. Summer came for we, my love, so let's set summer free. Like do 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 do. Do, 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 do. My right, my touch, my love. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan. I love your music. And it's just so easy to move to. You can see everybody in the room enjoying it on their separate little boxes. We're here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to everyone who joined us. Hello, Ezra. Welcome. Hello, Ezra's friend.
Hi.
I'm here. Rosie Fitz, we love you. Okay. All right. Here we are. Emily and Kit, you're next up on the list. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Great. It's all you.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
So we're gonna play a tune that I wrote on Tuesday called Rabbit Hole. And this is the first time that we've ever really played it all the way through.
Yep. We're experimenting on you guys.
Actually.
Okay. Oh yeah, should we put it down a little bit?
Sure, why not?
What's the tempo?
Let's see. Falling forever down this rabbit hole that never seems to end. While Earth keeps on spinning on its axis, falling forever, spinning down forever, falling round forever, falling down this rabbit hole that never seems to end. While Earth keeps on spinning on its axis, falling forever, falling down forever, spinning round forever. Da 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 da. Falling forever down this rabbit hole that never seems to end. While Earth keeps on spinning on its axis, falling forever, spinning round forever, falling down forever, falling down this rabbit hole that never seems to end. While Earth keeps on spinning on its axis, falling forever, spinning round forever, falling down forever. Da 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 da. Da 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 da
That is so exciting. Wonderful. Thank you, Emily and Kit. Was there another song on your set?
Today we're just doing that one.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Ooh.
Thanks.
So I need some help, friends. I lost the list in the chat. Who is next? Does anyone know who's next after Emily and Kit?
Cat.
Kat. Thank you, Camille. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here we are. All right, Kat. All you. Thank you.
All right. I'm outside right now. The quietest, actually the quietest place that I can find. So, hopefully y'all all are able to hear me. Like, give you a thumbs up if y'all can. Alrighty. So, I have two things, but this one, the first one I'm doing is very short. So here it is. It's called well, it's a remix to The End of Days by Phyllis Village. So I hope you enjoy this first one. Hold up, wait. If it's truly the end of days, then I'ma celebrate with my people right here on stage. Grab a mic and slice a whole atom, set the world ablaze. But let's be honest, only option is to foster better days. Body might fade away, but my spirit's eternal. I took the devil down, burned him with his own inferno. He finished fire verses that I wrote down in my journal. Will soon become a history, so we hurdle. No more struggle in our universes, so I benefit. So before I start looking at the end, let's change the narrative. Rewriting beauty in love within this 3D plane. No more discussion of the end of days. It's the end of days. End of time. God packed his bags and said bye-bye. God packed his bags and said bye-bye. Why, oh, why? And that's the first one. Did everyone hear that?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. It's a
That's the
little bit
first one
like
that I did.
there's a lot of feedback.
And then I have a second one. This is just I wrote this just introspection 2020. This is just like a short one as well. And here it goes. Okay. Okay. That's what okay. I just want to make sure I need to move. That's what I'm wondering. That's all I wonder if I need to move. All right. So this one is called I don't have actually a title for this one. This one is I just call it 2020 because I just wrote it about the year so far. So here it is. In 2020, we're all standing at a distance, at each other, sharing different interests. Love is lost and hate reborn. We surely need assistance and how to build a world in which everybody listens. Because no one really civil these days. Yes, the Joker wasn't joking when he lashed at us. Yep. Is there too much feedback? Okay. I might need to move. So I might need to move. It is like a little bit of feedback. So okay.
That's an
I see that. So let me
is
start
that
this.
if you
Turn off
take
the audio.
a pause.
All right. Can you guys hear me now? A bit better?
Yeah, let's give that a try.
Okay. I'm guessing so. If still not, I just probably move. So I'll start over. If you still say that one more time. Wait, say that one more time.
That
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
having a hard time. We're having a hard time hearing you.
Lag as well. Okay. So how about this? I'll move. You can go to the next performer, and then I'll restart again. If that's fine with you, Jenna.
Beautiful, love it, great, sounds great. Thank you, Kat, for your ability. Okay, all you, Camille.
Okay, thanks. I hope you can hear me a little bit better. I did the funky microphone stuff, so I hope that helps. Before I begin, I would again like to plug my Instagram live radio hours. Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Okay, thanks. That I do periodically. It's not really a schedule for them, but I do them sometimes, and I get on Instagram live and play music. It's pretty fun. So if anybody is interested in joining, I hope that you join for the next one, and I'll leave my Instagram in the chat or whatever. Thanks for having me back to the open mic, Jana and Café Fénix. I'll play 2 songs if that's cool. The first one is called Insomnio by Daniela Spalla, and the second one is called Don't Want to Say Goodbye. It's by Cutworms.
Tus discos se están derritiendo, ya sucios quedan en silencio. Mi llanto se está resistiendo, no fluye, se queda en el medio. Tantas flores que están destiniendo en tus fotos, ya no las encuentro. El resto de cosas esperan mi olvido, el último cajón. Tengo un insomnio que me está consumiendo. Traigo el horario de 2 hemisferios. Ando despierta buscándole un reemplazo a este amor que ya no siento. Tengo un insomnio ahogado en tristeza. esta historia ya va mudeciendo y tus fotos aún no las encuentro. El resto de cosas esperan mi olvido en el último cajón. Tengo un insomnio que me está consumiendo. Traigo el horario de 2 hemisferios. Ando despierta buscándole un reemplazo a este amor que ya no siento. Tengo un insomnio ahogado en tristeza. Ya no es tu ausencia, es mi indiferencia. Nunca pensé que la nada causaría este dolor. Y yo tengo un insomnio de casi 2 meses. Tengo un insomnio que va a enloquecerme. Nunca pensé que la nada causaría este dolor.
Ah.
Thank you. I'll move on.
You're killing it.
Thanks, man.
Tell me how you want me. Tell me what I can do. All your love will haunt me. If I ever go from you, all alone, tired of wanting you, baby. No, I won't let our hearts go on breaking. I'll tell you all about it sometime. Tell you all about it sometime. Tell you all about it sometime, sometime. Tell you all about it sometime. Don't wanna have to say goodbye, goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye, goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye. Guess you were my baby. Guess you were my only friend. Guess I don't know if it's real or just pretend. All alone, tired of wanting you, baby. No, I won't let our hearts go on breaking. I'll tell you all about it sometime. Tell you all about it sometime. Tell you all about it sometime, sometime. Tell you all about it sometime. Don't wanna have to say goodbye, goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye, goodbye. Don't wanna have to say goodbye.
I'm about to type Instagram handle into the chat in case anyone is interested in tuning into my next radio hour. Oh shit, I sent it to Rose privately. Damn it. Hopefully that will be soon. There's
Camila,
gonna be some.
thank you for this great reminder. Everybody who's here tonight, feel free to, include your contact, ways people can find you and your music in the chat. I will include that in the final like edits of the video because we record all of the open mics and then just format them and put them on YouTube. So send me your information and I'm happy to include that in the final video. Love to support the arts and the artists and the friends and all of it. So yeah, please share that information. Thank you for the reminder, Camille. And this is a really great time to mention, again, we're gonna have a conversation at the end just talking about how the open mic can evolve in the future. Times are changing, virtual is an option, hybrid's an option, multiple open mics in a week, or sorry, in a week?
Why not?
In a month is an option.
In a day.
Sorry?
Let's do multiple in a day.
Morning, noon, and night, baby. Okay, so then we can also talk about working as a team. It would be really exciting if people in this group are interested in being more committed to like being part of the open mics every month and like, I don't know, talking about how those happen, all the details of that. That will be part of our conversation at the end as well. So next we have Claire. Hello, Claire. Welcome. All you, baby.
Hi, everybody. So I'm gonna read you guys 2 poems that I wrote. This is my first time writing and reading poetry, so I'm very excited to share these poems with you. The first poem I have for you guys is called Communication. I'll just go ahead. Communication. Communication is pronunciation of the soul, trusting oneself and sharing that onto others. Communication can be as an arm and a leg, present and flex, to make one stronger, the optimal version of what one can be. Carrying and sharing the soul's pronunciation, a form of self-liberation. But how to access that arm or leg when it feels like a phantom limb? Its presence and expression has long been buried under inherited resistance of exposure, under confusion from lack of domestic teachings. Welcoming change with joy and acceptance. How beautiful, how ideal. How does one's soul speak in its rawest form without learning how to talk first? How to strengthen a limb that hasn't been flexed, and disassociating fear from the act of verbal exchange? How to? Exercise today makes me stronger tomorrow. Cool. So that's the first one.
Love it.
Cool. All right, and then the second one is called Repetitions. I spoke with Nicole this morning. I was not in a good place. She could tell. I felt crowded. In my mind, my body, my soul, I feel crowded. Current happenings are uncovering old cemented practices. New transitions awakening the awareness to share unfiltered, and believe in that, and that others will too, or not. Acceptance, fearlessness, muscles to strengthen by way of repetition. Speak up, out, and listen. And if those muscles in this body are weak, how can that work be done?
Love.
Thanks, y'all.
Claire. Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are going to invite Jenny to turn on her microphone and share with us what the joy that she has. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. I'm gonna mute myself.
Hey guys, good to see you all again. So lately I've been really itching to like play music, but I haven't set aside enough time to do that. So I'm not playing or performing any music for y'all tonight as much as I want to. I don't know. I debated about doing like a last minute song and it would have been fine. It just would have been messy, but I'm gonna read a poem instead, like Metzley or Claire. And I think I don't know, because one poem seems kind of short, so I'll read two, but one of them I've read at an open mic before when we all still could be in person together. It was probably the last like in-person open mic I was at, but we'll have that again someday. Anyway, so my first poem is called Listen Up, Self. Also, can y'all hear me okay? Is there like, because there might be some white noise, but I guess that wouldn't obstruct. Okay. All right. Listen up, self. I found a part of you in the corners of my mind, stirred up by a broom of unforeseen judgment. Stupid, you whisper out loud. What are you doing? Where's your common sense? You hurl at my insecurities. Feeling your frown and your self-conscious clumsiness, you tuck these feelings when they arise underneath my tongue to be flung out when I am feeling low. Who are you that you must express this resentment, this hurt? You have no right. Turn to the mirror, look in your eyes and hold it, and say, you are love. You are capable. You are worthy. Sorry, I don't know why my voice is cracking. You are magnificent. I will love you always. Remember this, love. That's my first poem.
That's Jenny.
Okay. And then my second poem, which I've read before, is called Reincarnate. And I'm not sure if I believe in reincarnation or not, but anyway. So if reincarnation exists, in my next life, let me be a tree to grow with arms stretched out to the sun. Let the birds and ants and squirrels and bats dance and sway and sing and thrive on my branches. If I get old and weary, let my body be used for a piano, revitalized with strong vibrations of song and loving melody to fill a peaceful or disturbed home with contentment. If I fall apart and decay, let me become furniture or a door to serve a purpose with what is still sturdy of me. If I crumble and rot, let me turn to humus for the centipedes and millipedes and beetles and silverfish and the rats and the mice and other soil-dwelling creatures that lack love and understanding from the human world. Let the microbes be busy creating steam within the heap and let the critters find warmth on a cold night. Let me be of comfort in my next life to the environment that soothes and eases my mind in this present life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Lovely.
Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so I was just communicating with Ezra because she wants to share a link, and we're just seeing if that screen sharing capacity is working. So they're coming back now. Let's just double check. Ezra, let's see, do you have the ability to share now?
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I couldn't hear what everyone was saying. Sorry. It's really nice to see you all again. I usually do a song or two on the guitar, but this time around, I'm actually going to screen a film of mine, which I'm pretty stoked to show you guys. I'm going to make sure that you guys can hear the music loud and clear. Okay, here we go. Share. Oh, it's making me ask for. Okay, cool. Can you guys see it? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen.
You're sharing the sound?
I'm sharing the sound, but not the screen. Okay, let's share the screen
Right.
at the same time as the sound so that we can all work together on this. Okay, cool. Awesome. And boom. Okay, so we're gonna watch this little, it's an art film, and I can elaborate a little bit on it afterwards, but everyone just kind of just plug in. It's a nice one. There. Okay, awesome. We figured it out. Thank you guys so much for watching that art film. The art film was a part of a performance art piece made for an independent documentary. So it's a film within a performance within a documentary. It was really cool to make and to collaborate with others. I'm a huge collaborator. I love just creating visions with other people. And the piece is about obsession and infatuation with another person. And when we kind of come to a place where we like start to understand like why we have attraction towards others, and when we start reflecting on attraction, sometimes realizing that it is actually more infatuation than genuine love. And so that's kind of what the piece is about. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It made me really happy to share this dimension of my work with you, because I typically, this is the first time screening a film of mine in this kind of way. So it's super exciting. I'm so grateful. And that's all I got for you. So thank you.
Woo! Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Ezra, thank you for sharing it. And it's really cool to experiment with these different ways that we can use the virtual space. Typically, we use it for sharing music, sharing poetry, thoughts, but it's a really easy way to share digital media. And so for us in the audience, this is stuff that we can explore in the future of ways that we want to use this element of the open mic. And I'm really, thank you again, Ezra, for sharing it. I contacted them, and because I went to a gallery where their art was being shown, this video was being projected into like this man-made cloud in space. So you laid on a mattress and watched this film projected into a cloud. And it was super cool. I've seen it a few times now, and each time I see it, there's just like a different element that sticks out to me. This time I thought it was really cool how there was one scene with a girl and a guy, and there was a blank wall behind them, and the left side was blank and the other side had a sunset projected on it. I'm just like, oh, what does that mean? I love it. Okay, so anyway, really awesome. Thanks again for sharing that, Ezra.
Thank you so much for making this space for it to it exist in this way.
Yeah, it's gonna, we're gonna get more I'm gonna get more tech savvy as time goes on. So thank you for letting me know that I should enable screen sharing for people. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. We love it. Lori and Jill, if y'all are here. Hello, all you. I'm gonna unmute.
Hi. We have it's new.
My new birthday present came in the mail today. So we've never done this before, or at least I haven't. Maybe you have.
This is the first time I ever played an oud. So anyway, you have to be charitable and sympathetic. Yeah. Ready? Somewhere over the rainbow, way high, there's a land that echoes once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll reach up on the star and wake up with another. How might be when troubles melt like lemon drops, when upon that chimney tops, it's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? Thank you.
Went off a little bit there. We got lost a little bit, but.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was a little gem in our show. Thank you, Jill and Lori. And the oot, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you, Jill. We have Kat on our list if you're around.
Now, I'm gonna say, can everyone hear me? Thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, great. Also, I found out, fun fact, that when you remove the account, I had to go on a different computer to get back in. So that was a challenge in itself.
Kat, that is good information to know, and I'm so sorry. That was
no, it is okay because there's like a lot of noise and feedback where I was. So now I get to share with everyone. That's like a great thing. So I've been spending a lot of my time writing these just short verses. I will flesh them out later, but these are just short verses that I've written so far. So the first verse, or like first verse of one of the songs I've written, it is a remix of "End of Days" by Spillage Village. If you haven't heard it, check it out. And this is how it goes. Hold up, wait. If this is truly the end of days, that I'ma celebrate with my people right here on stage. Grab a mic and slice a whole atom. Set the world ablaze, but let's be honest, only option is to foster better days. Body might fade away, but my spirit's eternal. I took the devil down, burdened with his own inferno. See, spinning fire verses that I wrote down in my journal will soon become a history for obstacles we hurdled. No more struggle in our universe, it's to our benefit. So before I start looking at the endless, change the narrative, providing beauty and love within the 3D plane. No more discussion of the end of days. And that's the first one that I have so far. I also have a second one. Do we have time for a second one? I mean, that was incredibly short, so. All right, cool. All right, so the second one that I wrote, I was actually writing this to the melody of I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have heard that. And I was just writing about the year and just my reflections on it. And so here it is. In 2020, we're all standing at a distance, spinning venom at each other, sharing different interests. Love is lost and hate reborn. We surely need assistance and how to build a world in which everybody listens. Because no one's really civil these days. Guess the Joker wasn't joking when he lashed out on stage. Left the studio to see the whole world is in flames. Was blind to it all, man. I'm stuck in my maze. Man, it got me thinking, was there ever a reason to the screaming? Was there ever a reason to get heated over a disagreement? I've had plenty, lost a couple of my friends, and I had many. Honestly, I could be better. The only time I feel strong is when we're all together. The unity we all share is something we should treasure, but these are all thoughts in my letters. Here's to a future where we're better. And so that's it for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
You.
Yeah, thank you, Kat. What a way to, you know, close out our initial list of open mic. There's always room for somebody to, you know, jump in and share some more on the open mic. But thank you so much, Kat. So many really, I mean, they're always really thoughtful performances, but I like the mix of poetry that we had in the list tonight. So here we are. We have completed our initial round of the list. What I would like to say first is thank you to you all for being here. Our next step is kind of like an initial conversation and exploration of what the open mic can evolve into. So there are always some, like, regardless of whether you can stay for the conversation or join in another time, there's always ways to communicate with us at Central San Bonifacio. You can use our Facebook page, email or message our Facebook page. You can always message me personally. And I also made an email for the open mic today, and you can email it. It's play@cafefenix@gmail.com. Because we like to play, and we like all kinds of play, and it can be musical play or otherwise vocal play. Did you hear that Zoomer Zoom on the street next to me? Yeah. Great. He's gone. I don't know where he's going now, but we're gonna resume to our conversation. Get easily distracted. So yeah, I open the floor to people. Yes, let's see. Yeah, Ezra, that's correct. Let's play at cafefenix@gmail.com. There are several ideas to explore in this like little chat forum we have going on here, which is how frequent we want the open mics to be. Currently they're once a month, but there are possibilities of them being even a weekly thing or bi-weekly going forward, especially into the time of COVID. We want to be safe. That's our top priority. And there's all these different ways that we can explore hybrid virtual at the cafe reality, especially now that we have this sidewalk cafe available to us. So that's cool. And also a team of like, please express if you're interested in being part of like a core group of collaborators that, you know, get all the moving parts together for this event to happen. Thank you, Hector.
Are we supposed to say things?
You know, Tommy, I'm really glad you unmuted yourself. I need a little help facilitating this conversation. Do you mind?
Totally.
We
Not
can
at all.
collaborate on this?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, the space that you have provided and create already serves as an excellent place, not only for artists to be able to express themselves, and we definitely saw a multitude, or rather a switch in the mediums. We don't usually get to see a whole lot of poetry, and the fact that we had multiple people doing poetry was sweet.
Yeah.
But thinking about the ways in which the open mic can evolve, so to say, like, I mean, you were talking about doing it more frequently. So to do like a bi-weekly thing, or potentially a weekly thing, would be of interest, absolutely. And I remember some time ago kicking around an idea of potentially, as we open this environment up to these kinds of other individuals and artists, to try to do the same in their neighborhoods, so to say, to open up the scope in a very literal physical sense, as well as like an emotional sense. So I've been looking at a couple places, just like, you know, little places where I know the manager here and there, like I'm friends with this person, who are interested in hosting or holding their space for the cafe at a certain period of time in the future, if that's something that we want to look into. To be able to open this up to different neighborhoods, give them a space not only to perform live, but if we wanted to do like projection, talking about doing a hybrid kind of space, both there and both outside, that could be available to them in the literal physical space, and also just in proximity, so the kind of feeling of being closer to the thing would be available to them. In my opinion, are just a couple things that I thought would be good to open up and expand the thing and just make it even more cohesive and collaborative than it already is, which it's insanely so already. So yeah, just a couple things.
Thank you,
And
Tom.
to kind of piggyback off of that, like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Jana.
You're good, you're good.
To kind of piggyback off of that, I think, you know, we have so many different mediums and so many different kinds of art that is being displayed here. And, you know, we're all like creative folk. And so because of that, like, I really want to like encourage like challenging ourselves to press the limits of the medium. Like creativity is born out of constraint, and it's born out of really thinking critically about, okay, well, we have this medium, we have this platform, like how can we use it in a way that is innovative and different? And of course, asking that question outright is like kind of ridiculous, but again, like, so is the creative process. So just kind of lean into it with me, right? So like thinking about, like, I love the idea of like having hybrid spaces, or having like spaces where like we're maintaining a dimension of the virtual space, as well as like kind of having more outdoor and like having like that multi-situational place, and using like the virtual as a kind of like connecting force. And I think that will kind of breed a whole lot of creativity, and will kind of inspire like, well, how do you elevate a performance in the virtual space by using your physical space as well? So the idea of like projections and like setups, and like, and obviously like there are resources and there are other people, and like, and so much of us are like open to collaborating and to like speaking and working with one another. So, you know, the sky is really the limit, and it's also not, you know, like we got some, there's some, I don't want to use a term that is in the realm of violence, but we have a lot of firepower, you know. There's definitely a lot to work with. And so it's I hope to inspire you all to just kind of come forward with ideas, and nothing of a vision can be created alone. None of us are alone in this. Clearly, we're all here together. And so I look forward to just kind of seeing where we can take this, because it sounds pretty innovative. Oh, and then one other thing I kind of want to bring up is like the idea of an expander or expansion. When I say that, I mean, when you see other people doing the things, you realize, like, in your subconscious or your consciousness or whatever, like, you realize, like, oh, wait, like, I can definitely do that too. Like, maybe, like, not, like, right off the bat, like, how they're doing it, like, but, like, obviously, like, there are resources and there's help and there's, like, ways to do things that it's, like, as soon as you kind of connect and gather information and hone your own skills and work with others, like, there's a way of kind of growing in your performance and your practice and everything, just by, like, even and one of the initial beginning steps to doing that is expanding the idea of what a virtual performance means, is expanding the idea of how immersive a virtual performance or a hybrid virtual physical performance can be. And so just kind of opening up the mind to that.
Oh, this is so exciting. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Ezra. Yeah, the Café Fénix presents different locations. Those are ideas that Tommy and I have just like tossed around, really exciting. And thank you, Ezra, for just kind of setting a nice framework or tone to approach this work and just think about questions that we all might have. What's coming to mind is I actually reached out to one of my coworkers who does work in mentoring with youth, and I was asking him for like tips in general, and he pointed me in the direction of this this strategy for team building that I just want to share as a screen share real quick that might be helpful in us thinking about this collaboratively as well. So it's called the 6 hats, and is anybody familiar with these? This is just an introductory idea. We're not going to dwell on this too long, but you have these like different approaches to the work that needs to be done, right? You have the process hat, the facts hat, the feelings hat, creativity hat, benefits, cautions. And I think that in producing an event, there's like all these different steps that would be great to have somebody like take responsibility for, or just like take charge on that part of the project. Like for instance, like promotion of the event is a thing, like making sure that there's a consistent online presence, ideas of technology that we could use in the space. With making the event hybrid, it would be really cool, for instance, to have a projector or like a screen hung over part of the mural outside so that people could sit at the sidewalk cafe and like have access to the live stream of the event and also enjoy a sandwich and a coffee outside. But people who didn't feel comfortable showing up in a live space could also easily watch it from home. So it's like accessible at multiple levels, which would be really cool, but like tapping into the technology that would be needed to do that, and also getting the equipment ready, like those are jobs. And I don't know, just like idea generating, and also just like all the things. These are just like ideas. I know I got a notification from Rosie, and so I'm gonna ask you, Rosie, if you're available to unmute yourself.
She's plugging in her charger. Rosie will be right with us. Everyone, just hold tight for a moment.
Thank you for the update, Daniel.
Oh, hi. Sorry. So I just wanted to step in as like, I'm going to be the mom for a second and just invite us all to like, keep taking as like cautious steps as possible. And I think that the moment we start to like host more in-person activities, the more like tempting it becomes to, like it just gets so comforting. And like we're just gonna slip into this like culture of making in-person events so much more like the norm. And I'm just, you know, here to remind everyone that like, you know, I know that most of you are taking the pandemic very seriously still, and like you know, I support whoever is like hanging out outdoors and doing their like socially distant things, but I would like to see a virtual open mic continue. And I know that it's also really hard to advocate for the less fun things sometimes, or like advocate on your own behalf for that thing. So I'm just saying that's like, that's what makes me feel the most comfortable with. And I obviously, like, I'm not a performer at this, but I am a participant. So I love you all, and I want you all to be safe, and I want your lungs to be safe, and like the rest of your like organs to be safe in the future. And I don't want the open mic to be the like vehicle for transmission to you all. So there's me being the mom, and I hope that you all hear me with love and care.
And the online version works really, really well. And it's super smooth and doesn't require any of that increased technological and production help that Jenna, you were just mentioning, which is definitely a lot of work. So there are ways to make the online one smoother, but I think it works really, really well.
Thank you. Thank you for both of your feedback, Rosie and Daniel. Yeah, we want our lungs healthy. We want people safe. We want people's grandparents and extended family members safe. You know, that is our primary orientation, you know, and having that like explicit reminder is really helpful to have in the conversation. Ezra made a good comment, which was the caution hat. And so we need a caution hat. And Rosie, thank you for being our caution hat in this conversation. Okay.
I'm just gonna always be the friend that like is the annoying one in this right now. Like, for example, Daniel's neighbors are having a party of like, I think 30 people in their apartment, and it's infuriating.
Yes.
So that's where part of like some of my energy came from, I think.
All right. So we are here. These are ideas. Anyone who has like comments in this moment, these are welcome. I also understand that sometimes it's nice to just like sit with questions for a minute. Now everybody knows that this conversation is happening. Just to remind everybody of the options to connect and communicate, to get involved. We have our Facebook page. You can message Central San Bonifacio. You can message me. My name is Jan Elias. And then you can also email our email, play@cafefenix@gmail.com. In this space, I'm wondering, like, well, I guess an action step that I would put forth is that if you're interested in being part of a core team, get in contact with me via those ways that I just mentioned. And we can set up a follow-up time to just like have another discussion like this where we can all come a little bit more prepared with ideas and after thinking about ways that we might want to take initiative going forward. Does that sound okay by people?
Yes.
Okay, great. Cool. Thank you, Rosie. With that, thank you. Thank you all for being here, taking the time to share your presence with everybody at this virtual open mic. We love all of you. We appreciate all of you for coming tonight, and encourage you to share information about this event, about Central San Bonifacio, about Café Fénix, and the cafe is open, the sidewalk cafe is open from 8:30 to 3 Monday through Friday. So That's happening. They're also having these, you know, some youth at a time will come through some days of the week to complete the mural painting outside. So you might be lucky enough to see some painting in action if you come to the cafe one of these days. I'm gonna open up the space to whoever wants to say anything as we're closing out.
Just wanted to echo what Rosie's saying and just also acknowledge that it's not at all annoying, and it's genuinely very kind. It's a kind thing to say, to really just like be discerning about people's health, and sometimes like that kindness comes across like it's a firm kindness, you know. And so I just wanted to say that like I really appreciate you saying it. And that I look forward to the creation.
And Prasanna, thank you for coming. I know that you mentioned that you were interested in saying something.
Oh yeah. So I mean, so we live in very uncertain times. So opening right away in a public place would be not quite recommendable. But we could take this hybrid idea further, and I mean, so we do have a power of social media behind us, so we could always do live sessions and generate excitements. I mean, people generally, most of the people don't go out much, pretty much in Friday night, so we could entertain them at their home, you know what I mean? Like sitting on their pajamas and sipping wine, I guess, and those kind of things. And I mean, we could tap to that market because most of the people aren't going out, so they need to entertain themselves. How many times are they going to watch Netflix all the time? So we could do, I do like the bi-weekly idea. And so since I don't play any instruments or anything, I mean, if you ever need an audience or an extra pair of hands, yeah, I'll be there.
Great. That's really great to have you volunteer your time. Thank you, Prasanna.
In the introduction of these other processes, and while it is wildly important to make sure that we are approaching these situations from all sides and making sure that we are keeping people's safety in mind at all times, the reintroduction of society must be a careful thing. It must be a cautious thing so that we do not destroy the thing that we miss so greatly. And so in considering these things and considering these kinds of hybrid spaces, it would be beneficial for us to have the people who want to contribute to these things and who have ideas for contributing to these things, that they have these ideas for ways that we can keep adequate social distance, the ways that we can keep these kind of guidelines in place to keep people's health and safety at the forefront, while at the same time providing both a virtual and almost like a, what's what I'm looking for, like an imitation of life space, to kind of remind people the reasons that we are taking these great steps in order to return to the thing that we all love so much. And so just ways in which that we can uphold that would be good for people to think about for the next time that we do this and have all great ideas that we share into a space with love and kindness.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy. That's making me think of a few things that I would love to go into greater conversation about with people later, about like having a common set of orientation and values of people who are working as a team, like how we're representing the open mic, the event itself, like, you know, how we talk about Centro San Bonifacio, because it is thanks to Centro San Bonifacio and the work that they do with adults and youth all around Chicago, you know, their work has impacts all over Chicago, that we're able to have this open mic. So, you know, just orienting ourselves that way, and definitely having a common agreements on how we feel about navigating this event in this time too. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to add? Okay. Anybody who does, is there any thumbs up? I just don't want to miss anyone who has something they want to add. Okay. In that case, you are free to do what you would do. The event has concluded. This conversation will continue. Reach out to me. I look forward to collaborating with those who are interested in collaborating and seeing those who just want to continue enjoying the event at the next open mic next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jana.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. Be good. Stay safe.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ezra. Bye, Rosie.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.